Sorry. Nope, no, it's my fault. I think when I logged out, it messed it up. All right, so we're recording and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I'm so excited for so many people to be on this call tonight, you guys. I was sending someone the link to my standing desk. I am super excited for September. And everything that we've been doing lately, between Christy hosting a power hour to me talking about meeting objections before you even get the objection, and then the message we had last week where we have to stop being hobbyists and start treating our business like a business, it all made so much sense when I put this marketing plan together for this month. So what I did is I took some of the things that we had talked about in those other calls and actually gave some examples of ways you can do them in this marketing plan. So, oops. Just a friendly reminder, marketing is not advertising. If you have not listened to last week's call, you need to go back and listen to it, because the entire call pretty much made this message, like drove it home. Marketing is, we are not salespeople. That is not what we are here to do. We are here to help people. So we are not going to throw up advertisements for sales or deals or specials or stuff like that, because we didn't sign up to be salespeople. Most of us said, I'm not a salesperson, so I can't do this business. And whoever we were talking to said, this isn't a sales business, because it's not. However, the only way to be successful and build a business and make income even when you're not presently working is to have some type of market plan or market strategy. So your marketing is going to be a strategic plan sharing your story, your experiences, your tips, and adding your value to the world. It is not going to be sharing products, okay? This all aligns with what we have to offer our ideal customers. This is a business, so we need a business plan. So grab your calendars. We are ready to go. Lots of stuff going on in September. I am so excited. Hopefully you saw Christy's post in the team page today. The MBF challenge packs are staying on discount through the month of September, which is so exciting because that program has just proven to be a major hit with a lot of people. It has gotten a lot of my older clients, by older I mean like ones that have been with me for a while, excited, like reignited their excitement for working out. It's gotten a lot of new clients, quick results, and great results in 3 weeks instead of like 100 days and things like that. It has just been amazing. So these are some of the exciting dates for September. September 2nd, which is Wednesday, is our pumpkin spice launch. If you haven't talked about it at all, I would start talking about it, sprinkling it a little bit in what you're talking about, because you know as well as I do that the minute it goes for sale, it will almost within hours be sold out. So make sure that you have that on your calendar. On September 8th, we have our coaching opportunity webinar that we hosted last month. It was really successful last month. We had a lot of people come. Make sure you're inviting to that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. On September 9th, 2 cool things. So the challenge pack update is happening. That is, I linked all the FAQs here too with hyperlinks. So when you come back and watch the slides or watch the recording and view the slides, you can click on them if you want to go right to the FAQ. But essentially, this challenge pack update is going to be new UPF and 2B Mindset. Sorry, my mind went blank there for a second. You're going to have digital access to both of the nutrition programs automatically with every challenge pack for now on, which was something they kind of tested out with 2B Mindset, and now they're rolling with it. So that's cool. Autumn's new book will officially be for sale on our Team Beachbody website. So if people want to purchase that book, they'll be able to purchase it through us, not just like Amazon, the same day. On September 14th, the 30-day, Jen Feathers already has it. The 30-day breakaway sneak peek is going to be September 14th. For those of you that didn't realize what that program is, that is our program. That's the one that encourages people to get outside and run. I think in like 30 days, you'll be ready to run a 5K. So on September 21st, I am so excited about this because this is one of my favorite things about the Peloton app. They're launching an unstressed meditation. It's a 21-day thing, and it's a series of meditations that you can do to de-stress and all that. And I'm going to talk more about that in a little bit when we talk about our marketing focus, because I think that especially in our world today, this is going to be something that people really benefit from. But also, a lot of us have similar pain points regarding stress and anxiety. And this is going to be huge when talking about those pain points. So our overall marketing focus for the month of September, from today until I would say at least November. Golly, look at me. I'm wishing time away. Until September 12th, you need to be talking about the business. You need to be talking about the coaching opportunity. We talked about that in the last phone call. I pretty much said you should be talking about this opportunity every single day. And it doesn't have to be like, hey, come join my team kind of thing. In fact, it should not be come join my team. It should be other ways. Again, I know I keep shamelessly plugging last week's call, but it was so good. And if you haven't listened to it, I really want to encourage you to do that. For the rest of the month, we're going to focus on accountability groups and challenge groups, and doing that by sharing some of these new things that are coming out. So just a friendly reminder, you can plan your posts ahead of time. And I'm not going to go through all of these things because these are like gentle reminders that I give you every single month. And I've also created a calendar for you where I've actually gone into the calendar and mapped out what my month is going to look like. And I'm sharing that with you. And you're free to use it, or you're free to use it as a template to make your own. Okay. So if what you're already doing is working for you, keep doing it. But I am also going to say, keep in mind that if you are someone who is saying, I want to be making this much money, or I want to be this rank, or I want to be this, and that hasn't happened for you yet doing what you're currently doing, then it's probably time to level up. It's probably time to make a plan. Flying by the seat of your pants is not going to get you to your goals. If you're not consistent and you tend to overthink things, or you go days without sharing anything because you don't know what to share, you need a plan. So you need to dig into this. Social media posts are meant to support our private conversations that we have with potential clients and coaches. Our social media posts are not a sales front. They are not, you don't want big flashy sales signs on your social media, okay? That's when I'm walking down the street and I see a beautifully decorated window, that makes me want to go in the store. When I see 50% off discount and it looks like all these flashy, like cheap looking sale signs, I'm generally not interested in going in that store. So keep that in mind when you're posting. Your social media is your storefront. Do you want the really cute window that attracts people's attention? Or do you want the salesy, flashy, annoying stuff that makes people go, ugh, I don't want to go in there because I don't want them to bug me. That's something to think about. The more clear your social media message is, the more people are going to trust you. Be real, be you, show up and be your authentic self. Our posts should be clear and speak to what our community needs. And we should also be telling them what they need to do to actually get started. Stating that you have a group proves nothing to someone who doesn't know what a group is and what it has to offer. You need to show them what the group is. And you need to show them beyond just yourself. You need to show them how that group benefits normal, everyday people. Because I'm going to be honest, you and I know we're not perfect. You and I know that we're normal, everyday people, and we fail every day, and we miss a workout, or we eat an ice cream, or whatever it is we do. But to the outside world watching us, sometimes they think we're perfect, and they think they can't do what we're doing because they're not as perfect as we are. And you need to show them that A, you're not perfect, but B, other imperfect human beings, not just coaches, are also benefiting from this group. Sharing random stuff doesn't make people want to join you. Be flexible, be yourself. If you have something else to talk about that's not on the calendar that I'm sharing, then talk about it. Be you. This is a plan, but it sometimes, like when we're in the classroom, things change because kids get it faster or slower than we expect, so we adapt to that. Do the same with your business. Every other post should be value. You should not be selling something or just posting a picture of kayaking on the river every day. Like, every other post should add some type of value to people. And sometimes value is just showing up and shining your light and being a positive force on social media. Remember that. You only should invite people to join you every 3 to 4 posts. So if you're someone who posts once a day, then you should only be inviting people to join you like twice a week tops, okay? Don't do that every day. People are going to stop reading what you have to say. All right, get your calendars out. I know I've said that already, but I really want to make sure you do it this time. So I decided this month not to separate these topics into weeks because I've already given you like a topic or a focus for the first 2 weeks of September and then a focus for the last 2 weeks of September. I want you to decide where this is going to fit in there. I really want you to start making your own marketing plan. I'm here with an outline for you, but it is not, it's my outline. I'm sharing what I've created for myself and what I'm going to follow. So if you want to customize this to you and your business and your message, by all means, I'm encouraging you to do so. These are ideas, okay? Some of the things that you could talk about, your personal growth story. I just think so much of my own story about how, who I am today versus who I was 6 years ago. Holy moly, I'm a different human, like totally different human. Talk about pain points. So what I was saying earlier, a pain point for me is anxiety. It has been a pain point for me since October 2018. That was my trigger. And I've struggled with it since. Sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's less. At the beginning of quarantine, when all the food was gone from the grocery stores and things like that, anxiety was a real struggle for me. I'll be honest, working in an empty classroom for me right now has also brought up a lot of my struggles with anxiety. And I would almost also say struggles with, I don't want to say depression because depression is such a real heavy description, but it's more than just being sad. It's like feeling lonely and isolated and it's not a good feeling. I'm really struggling with it. So that's a pain point I could talk about in terms of the meditation that's coming. Because if I'm struggling with anxiety and stress and loneliness, then what better way to kind of combat those things than to plug into a meditation while I'm sitting in my empty classroom and I don't have any students to teach on my computer screen. That right there is such a perfect message to share with people. If you want to focus on it just as far as like coaching goes, then you could talk about, and I know not everybody struggles with anxiety and depression. I'm trying to give you my examples so that maybe they'll like trigger something in you to say, oh, well, I struggle with this, so I could talk about that too, kind of thing. If you, honestly, like when I struggle with anxiety and all this, one of the first groups of people that I reach out to is Christy, Skylar, and Sarah. I text them almost instantly when I'm struggling, and they have the ability to empathize with me or sympathize with me, but also to talk me down sometimes and to say, like, have you tried to do this? Did you exercise today? Have you, because they are coaches too. So by being a coach, I've put myself in this community that is my support system that I wouldn't have when I needed it most if I wasn't a coach. So that's one way you could talk about that pain point from the coaching standpoint. But I think if you struggled at all throughout this entire pandemic with anxiety, depression, sadness, loneliness, anything, gosh, there's so many struggles right now. That's a great pain point to use when talking about that meditation, especially. I also think it would be a great pain point to use when talking about the 30-day breakaway, because getting outside has been some of the best therapy for me throughout this pandemic, because that was one thing that they didn't take away. That was one thing that wasn't closed. The rivers didn't close, you know? So I've been able to channel that energy. Now, if we're encouraging people to get outside and exercise, think of all the ways that that would help that pain point. I added this in here. You should post at least twice before September 8th a direct invitation to join our webinar. Our webinar is September 8th. You should be inviting, like a very, very direct, blunt, you need to be a part of this kind of thing. And anybody who likes or comments on that post should be getting a private message from you. And you should be using those third-party tools that we talked about last weekend for that. A transformation story with a picture. Now, I'm going to say this. I just learned this, and I've been guilty of this, but I'm going to stop doing it because I just learned this. When you share pictures that are split screen, side by side, like before and after type pictures, somehow Facebook's algorithm decides that that's not a post they want to push. They kind of hide it from people. So instead of making like a pic stitch or whatever it is, like a collage with two pictures, just post the two pictures as individual pictures. Make sure whatever one you want to be like the before, you post that one, you click that one first, and then click the other one second, so that the one you click first is on the left and the one you click second is on the right. But I just learned that. So whenever you do your transformation posts, whether it be about coaching or your like body progress or anything like that, or your collagen progress, like I keep looking at my hair, like it's crazy what that collagen is doing to my nails and hair right now. Make sure you do two individual pictures instead of a split screen. The income. We talked about this last week and I got really fired up about it, and I'm still fired up about it. And I'm really proud of more people. Carla participated in the income post last week. I'm trying to think of who else was on there. Me, Christy, Carla, Skylar. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there was anyone else. If there wasn't, I apologize for not.
I think Blair did hers, okay. But it was after 3 p.m.
I thought there was someone else. So that was so nice to see. That first of all showed me that you like got the message last week. But also, guys, the income and what it means to us. Like I think Blair's thing was she was able to go get a pedicure. My thing was I was able to surprise the kids with a mountain trip for Labor Day. Like Christy paid off a surgery that Bruce had. Skylar is buying things for her new home. Carla took her kids on a vacation. I don't care who you are. Those things are huge to your heart. I don't know if they're huge to your wallet. I don't care if they're huge to your wallet. Quite honestly, most of the people we are talking to don't care a whole lot about your wallet. They care about the fact that this mama made that happen for her kids. That this mama doesn't have to worry about that hospital bill. She can just take care of her baby. You know, like those are the things that matter. This mama is practicing some self-care because she's got the extra money to do it. Those are the heartstrings that we're pulling. Those are the things that really matter to the women we're talking to and to the women that we want on our team anyway. Use the post Christy puts in the team page. Y'all, she does the work for you. All you have to do, you don't even have to log in. I mean, you should. I'm not telling you not to. But you don't even have to log into your website and see exactly what amount was deposited to be able to say, this is what I'm doing with this money. And again, I'll say it again like I did last week. If you don't know what you're doing with this money, if you don't have a certain place that it needs to go to, that in itself is a blessing for you. Shout that out, because there are so many people in this world right now who would kill to have an extra $5 that they didn't know what they needed it for, because people are living paycheck to paycheck. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click on this so that you guys can see my calendar that I've created for myself. Maybe. There it is. Okay. All right. Whoops. Where's my mouse? That's crazy. Here we go. All right, so starting tonight, I'm speaking to my ideal coach for the next 2 weeks, okay? I'm going back to basics here. I'm going to share my mission, why I do what I do. I'm going to share a transformation of who I used to be and who I am today. I'm always on Thursdays sharing the income. I'm going to start sharing my mindset, how it shifted. I'm going to go back and share my why. I'm going to invite. I'm going to talk about the coach mentorship program. I'm going to talk about the work that I do and what that work means for my family. I'm going to talk about the income again. I'm going to tell people about who I am because I want them to see that I don't have a background in this. I was not prepared for this out of college or anything like that. I am just going to show up as myself. I am not selling this business. I don't have to. Let's be real. Beachbody is so amazing. We don't have to sell it. It sells itself. We just have to show people how it impacts our life every day. That's all we have to do. Because the product is so amazing, nobody needs convincing. They just need to see that people just like them are finding success with it. That's our job. And then helping them find their own success. I'm not going to go through every single day because I feel like you have access to this. You can use this. You can add it to your own calendar. You could take a screenshot right now. You can take a picture with your cell phone. I'm also going to be sharing the slides. You'll have the hyperlink, but it's all here for you. And I really want to encourage you. If you like my plan, follow it. When you're a first-year teacher, you get lesson plans from other teachers and you follow them to a T, right? But as you evolve and you want to customize your classroom and really make yourself shine as a teacher, you start to change things up and do it your way instead of the way someone else showed you to do it. That's what I want to encourage you to start doing with this calendar. Run your business your way. This is your business. There are no rules. We have from the 13th till throughout the rest of the month, we're going to start talking to our ideal customers at that point. Because we really what we want to do is start getting all of our new coaches in at the same time that are going to work the business. That way we can get them in the mentorship program and all together, and they can learn together and then find success and start rolling. It'd be great if we weren't like signing up a new coach on the 25th of the month and we had just run the mentorship group the week before. You know what I'm saying? So that's why as a team, as a collective, we should all be focused on the coaching opportunity for the first 2 weeks and then the customer, speaking to our ideal customer the rest of the month. Throughout this time, I'm going to talk a little bit about myself and my journey, but I'm also going to make a point this month to talk about other people's journeys. I'm going to get permission from some of my clients that have had amazing results and share their testimonies. I'm going to make a point to go into my challenge groups and share the meal plan, share the accountability, share the positivity and the community that so many people are craving it still, guys. Gyms are still closed in North Carolina. I don't know about the rest of the country, but like people are still craving this. So I'm going to make it a point when I'm posting these things to talk about that. Like, for example, on the 14th, it says a customer pain point. How many of your customers have said to you that they miss like being around people? I've had a lot say that. Well, then join our virtual gym in the morning. Yes, it's virtual and we're all tired of looking at screens, myself included. But at least there's people there. Almost every morning when I'm working out, there's 2 girls that are on there working out, and they obviously get on at the same time and work out together virtually. And then later, like an hour after they're done their workout, they meet up and walk together. I don't even know what town or state they're in. But they after they are done working out, they're like, how'd it go? Oh, my son's still sleeping. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. I'll do and I just think that's so cool. And then randomly one day, I mean, I'm still in the middle of my workout while they're having that conversation. And they're like, bye, Lindsay, and bye, so-and-so, and bye. Like, that is so nice. It is so nice to hear someone talk to you when you've been alone for so long. That's a pain point right now. Talk about other people's transformations. Again, people see our transformations on a consistent basis because we share it on a consistent basis. If we start to share other people's transformations, that's huge. They're going to be like, oh, wow, it's not just Lindsay who can do that. Other people are doing it. I really think it'd be huge this month to talk a lot about mindset and confidence and encouragement and just be the shining light, because I don't know about you guys. One of the things as I was walking through a store the other day and I saw Christmas decorations out and fall decorations out, and then I saw someone post in my mom's group, do you think we'll have Halloween this year? Are you guys getting costumes, or you think it's going to be canceled? My heart already aches a little bit thinking about how things are going to be different. So let's think, if we're dealing with that and thinking about that and worrying about it, then other people are too. So let's try to be the light. Let's try to be the encouragement. Let's try to be the positive note. Let's try to be the one who says, let's find a silver lining in this. Okay. Another thing that I'm going to talk about a lot this month, personally, I'm struggling with nutrition and I know I am, but I'm trying to really, really hard get a grasp on it. So I've made a point to talk about my nutrition pain points twice this month, because that's something I think a lot of people struggle with, especially when our mindset is struggling. So let me go back here. And again, that has, that there is a hyperlink to that. So you have access to that again. A couple things that I added to the customer focus is pumpkin spice and fall everything. Guys, even if you don't like pumpkin spice, you can ask people, take a poll. Do you like caramel or do you like pumpkin spice? Dunkin' Donuts accidentally put pumpkin spice syrup in my iced coffee today, along with my French vanilla, and it was banging. I almost shared it, but I was a little embarrassed because they made my coffee totally wrong and put way more cream and sugar in there than I would normally get. And I was afraid to share how much sugar was in that thing. But the pumpkin spice was awesome. It would have been a great thing to share, just like as a nugget for pumpkin spice. There's a sentence stem here, people who blank and want blank, and then share a transformation story. Fun facts, getting to know you. It has been so long since I've done one of those posts. Christy's really good at those posts. I need to start doing them more often. Okay, I added over here the meditation, anxiety, stress, pain point story. I really, really, really think this would be a good thing for you to focus on this month, because that meditation piece is going to be huge. I love that Beachbody is opening up our platform. So now not only when people get access to Beachbody on demand and the workouts, they're getting access to self-care. They're getting access to all the nutrition now with every challenge pack. How cool is that? I mean, that used to be something, I don't know. I just think it's so nice that Beachbody is aware that everybody needs this. So we're going to put it all together. Yeah, I'm not going to go over any more of these because they're kind of standard, but I wanted to go over the ones I added. I know we're running low on time. So some tips for writing posts. As always, tell your story. Do not tell them what the price is of something. Don't tell them what is on special this month. Tell them who you are and how this blesses you and subsequently blesses everyone around you. Always end with encouragement. Even if you're really struggling, like I am really struggling in my classroom, but I've really tried to turn it into, this is how I'm going to make this a positive. This is how I'm going to approach this, because I know I'm struggling. So I'm going to go for a walk on my lunch break. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and share that, because I'm telling you, so many people have reached out to me and said, you're not alone. I'm struggling too. I'm feeling it too. And it's nice. It's nice for me to know I'm not alone, but it's also nice for them to know Lindsay's willing to put herself out there and share that she feels this way. And that makes me feel better about feeling this way too. Be personal when we're talking on stories, especially. It's not, hey guys, hey y'all, how's it going, everybody? That kind of thing. You really want to personalize it, like, hey sis, oh my gosh, let me tell you what happened this morning, blah, 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 blah. Like that to me makes it feel like they're talking to me, right? Avoid the selfish content, save that for your stories. So like, make sure your posts are focused on educating people, adding value to people, maybe making people laugh if that's kind of part of your MO, like part of your business, your brand. Maybe they're inspiring. If you do a meditation and something really speaks to you from the meditation, I 1000% think you should share that and where it came from in your post. Ask yourself every time you click post, who is this serving and how is it serving them? If it's not, or you can't identify who it's serving, ask yourself if it's something that needs to be said. Talk as if you're sitting next to your best friend. Always have light and bright photos. If you want people to engage, you need to engage first. I put a whole bunch of story tips in here. I'm not going to go over these. They're the same ones that were up there last month. There is also a copy of the Ideal Coach and Customer Workbook. I have this right here and I've been using it, and it has been really good for me to focus on, especially my pain points, because I was like, I don't really know what my pain points are. Like, but I mean, once I actually had to sit down and think about them and how, like, it says on here, what are their 3 biggest pain points? So for my customers, I believe their biggest pain points are the number on the scale. Like that's something that people want, that number to be a certain thing. And if they can't get it there, then that's a pain point for them. Their willpower around food, by the way, y'all, these are my pain points, but that's why they're also my ideal customers' pain points, because this is part of my brand. And then I would also say anxiety, maybe like depression or stress disorders, things like that. Those would be pain points for my ideal customers. For my ideal coaches, time, the busyness thing is going to be a pain point. The lack of confidence is going to be a pain point. So those are, I really want to encourage you, if you have never clicked on this link right here that says Ideal Coach and Customer Workbook, I really, really, really want to encourage you to dive in and think about these things and write it out, because it does make a difference. So for example, it says here, what happens to them if you don't work together and they don't solve these problems for good? Well, I put down for the customer that they're just going to continue their vicious cycle. They'll lose weight, they'll get on the scale, they'll feel happy, they'll reward themselves with food, they'll get on the scale, the number will have gone up, and they'll beat themselves up again every time they stand in front of the mirror. That's the cycle. That's the pain point cycle I'm talking about. If a coach doesn't sign up with me and doesn't decide to work with me, they're going to give up on their dreams and what this business could do for them. I literally had a friend text me tonight. She was talking to me about LLCs, and she's a lactation consultant, and she wants to break out and do like a private thing where it's outpatient stuff instead of inpatient in the hospital work, because that's primarily where she does that right now. She wants to be able to have support groups in her area and all this stuff. And she was like, but it will probably never happen. And I was like, whoa, why? Why would you even say that? Why would it not happen? If she didn't work with me, she would believe that. She would believe that statement. She would say it and she would believe it. Instead, I was like, dude, no, you don't say that to yourself. You don't say that about yourself. You absolutely can make this happen. Now, if you wrote things down on your calendar, if you took notes during this, if you got some ideas and you jotted them down, now's the time to use them. It is a wonderful thing to have a pretty lesson plan or to have a pretty organized calendar or planner with stickers and colors and all the stuff. But if you don't actually open it up and use it, it doesn't do you any good. Remember, as always, it's our moral obligation to use our gift to serve. Always. God gave you this gift for a reason. Use it to bless other people. That's why we are here. All right. Are there any questions or things that we should add to our calendars? So Oh, I didn't even try it, Jen. I didn't try the breakaway sample. What did you just do, Christy? What post?
Transformation. Side by side.
Oh, darn it. Yeah, my business coach just told me that, and I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, they like hide them. I was like, oh, good to know, because that's a big part of our business.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I am going to say goodnight and have a great week, guys. I love you.